Now, here's Chris.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Let me just move my microphone. That's better. Welcome to, was it Thursday? Is it Thursday?
Yeah,
it is Thursday, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's good. It's flying.
It is.
Dominic's not feeling very well today, ladies and gentlemen. He's
I'm all right.
He's sick.
I'm all right. I've got.
How sick is he?
He went to bed early. I'm all right. I was getting weird headaches, like sharp pains, as though you've been punched in the head, and then they disappeared. And then I got a stomach ache, and then I've got a bit of that and a bit of the punching in the head thing's gone.
Right.
So that's good. Anyway, let's get on with it. I'm a bloke.
83936. If you know what's wrong with Dominic, text in now because our listeners will be able to.
This will solve it.
Well, we have lots of medical. I've taken some Sudafed because it feels a bit sinusy, so that will sort it, I imagine. Hopefully.
You're seconds away from finding out what's wrong with you.
I know, exactly.
This is great. Our listeners will be able to help. They'll diagnose the symptoms. So let's go run through the symptoms again.
A lot of them are medically trained. So I was getting sharp pains in my head yesterday.
Right.
So I've been punched in the head, which I don't think I was yesterday. Not yesterday. And then that went. Then sort of got stomach cramps, as though you've been punched in the stomach.
Right.
A little bit. Perhaps I'm being punched.
Is it trouble at home?
Well, it sounds like it, doesn't it? It's a violent household. And then the headache.
Well, it can't be Lucy because she can't reach your head.
She's freakishly
Unless
strong.
she stood on a table.
She wants to be. And so it's a bit stuff. Yes, it's all right. I've taken some Sudafed. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's have a little look.
It's rabies.
Setting yourself up for a Friday off, Dom?
No.
Jack in Watford says it sounds like AMW.
AMW?
Yeah, it's adult material withdrawal.
Ah, okay. I'm not familiar with the...
Someone says you're pregnant.
Yeah, rabies is...
Rabies. Talking to members of the public clearly doesn't work for Dom, says Jim. Yeah, you were out in Leicester Square yesterday talking to the muggles.
That's true. I
Normos.
shook a few hands as well yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
The great unwashed.
Got to do that.
What are you thinking? That's like eating those complimentary peanuts at the bar.
Oh, yeah. Never eat free peanuts anywhere.
Do you remember the line about that? There was, the peanuts at the bar was,
bad,
it's full of germs.
Yeah.
Because, do you know this, James?
But how many kinds of...
But yeah, there was someone said, there's X amount of different types of urine in there or something. And I'm like, how many types of urine is there?
Yeah.
Surely it's only human urine.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
That's in the peanuts.
Yeah. How do they distinguish? I assumed it was kind of like different peoples, but how do they distinguich that?
I don't know. That's John's.
You'd hope it's all human, wouldn't you?
There's a bit of Dave's in there.
That's a vet and a farmer's in there.
John says you've got namby-pambi syndrome.
Yeah, namby. It sounds like
namby-pambi.
The old NPS.
Matt, it's not that.
No, it's not that, Matt.
Again, I can't read that one out.
No, thank you.
Becky says my live stream isn't working. I'm not sure if it's that.
Oh, really? I think it is.
I think some of these people are not doctors.
I don't think... I'd say only about 90% of them are doctors.
Michael from Dartford says, is it COVID?
No, did a test yesterday. Actually.
You did?
Yeah, I did, just in case. But it's not. It's not COVID at all. But yeah, I'll just man up and get on with it.
Yeah, Dom, do what I would do.
Yeah, man up, man.
Man up and not even mention it.
Don't even mention it.
Because that's what I'm like when I'm sick. I'm I'm like a man. I'm like a rugby team in just one human form. I don't feel well. That's me.
I haven't got piles. Do you know, I don't really even know what piles are, actually. But I don't think I've got them, Luke.
What?
Thank you, mate.
Clearly off on a booze cruise tomorrow, says Emma in Durham.
I wish.
From the symptoms Dominic's described, says one of our listeners, I'd say Dom probably has a headache and a stomachache. You're welcome. That's from Kevin Huddersfield.
That's probably the most sensible diagnosis we've had.
Are you setting yourself up for a long weekend, is it?
Yeah, booze cruise. We're off to Calais.
B&B in Blackpool.
That's it.
For you and Lucy.
That's the one.
Oh, well, sorry you're not well, buddy.
I'll be all right. I think I will be okay. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'll be fine. Fine.
I have to say it, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm concerned for you,
Right.
and then obviously for us, but
Yes.
my main concern is you. I hope you feel better.
Thanks, mate.
But out of all of us on the Chris Moore Show, you are the gold medal wearer
Oh, definitely.
of sick notes.
I'm very aware of that. And I think it's because we have so many children in the house who are bringing
most
home,
of them away, though.
bringing home everything. Oh, there's 4 at home.
Four of them.
Bringing everyone. How many? No, 3 at home.
3.
Do you know
You've
what?
lost
lose,
one?
You lose count.
How many of them are at uni?
Finn has finished uni.
Right.
Sam has
What?
finished. He's finished uni. He's done with uni. He's
What?
I told you that. He finished in the
You got
summer.
his graduation in the summer?
Yeah, I went to his graduation.
No, but that was his graduation for his first term.
For his end of the university.
That's mad.
Yeah, and now he's staying up in Leeds because he loves Leeds so much.
Yes.
And he's working up in Leeds.
Yes.
I want to say in
In a pub.
somewhere beginning with K. I can't remember what it's called.
Keithley.
No. I won't say too much actually where he is.
Kirkstall.
Could be.
Right.
So he's up there working in a pub and loving life in Leeds.
Oh,
Absolutely loving it.
Sound good.
Yeah.
Well, do you know why? And feel free to agree with me or disagree on the text 83936. It's because it's better up north.
Right. Well, he is finding this, actually. Genuinely.
It's just better up north.
Yeah.
Up north's great.
It is, isn't it?
I lived up north.
Anyone in the studio disagree? No.
No.
Oh, that's unanimous.
That's Karen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just better up north. 83936. Isn't it better up north? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I remember when Finn first moved up to Leeds and he got, because he had to get the bus from where he was living and then to his actual uni. And he texted me on the first week.
I said, what's the bus, Dad?
He goes, everyone talks to you. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, everyone just says hello and talks to you.
Yeah.
I went, yeah, that's how it should be, isn't it? He went, yes, it's great.
I said this before. I used to drive. When I used to do my show at Capital on a Sunday night, I used to drive up to Sheffield and then work with a friend of mine on his show and I'd just write stuff and make sketches because I only work weekends. So I'd do this occasionally, just go up. So I'd drive out of London and I'd fill up with petrol just before I got on the M1. And so I'd pull in, fill up with petrol, go to the window because they'd lock the door.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, you're right. Number 2. Cheers. Beep, beep, beep. Pay. Can I get a receipt, please? Thank you. Have a good night. And they wouldn't say a word.
No.
Right? Not a word.
No.
Not a word. They wouldn't even acknowledge me, right? Then I'd drive up the motorway and I would have to fill up again because I had a rubbishy car and that was
Right.
it. That was London, Sheffield was like, that's it. That's a full tank.
Yeah.
And then I go to the petrol station there just before I got to the radio station at my mate's house, whatever. Fill up, walk in, and the door would open and it'd go beep, boop. And the woman behind the counter would go, morning, love. Oh, my God, was it cold this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have to de-ice the car? So I've been driving to oh, God, oh, bless you. What number are you? Do you want anything else? And I'm like, I'm having a full-on conversation with this woman.
Absolutely.
And down in London, nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
And that is proof that people from the north
Are nicer people.
are better, nicer,
Yeah.
harder, better, faster, stronger people
Yeah.
than southerners. Do you agree, James?
Yeah, I have to change my driving style when I go up north.
What do you mean?
Because here, like, if I go back to Whitehaven, someone lets you out,
Yeah.
like, I'm out the window, thumbs up. Here, like,
Here, nobody lets you out.
no one lets you out.
Yeah.
If you don't move a millisecond after lights go green,
Yeah, it's true.
But then but I've been down in London a long time now. So, like, I get in the car and I drive different. I do drive differently. So, for example, I get to the end of the road and I'm turning right into a busy road.
Yeah.
So what you'd normally do is you would wait for a gap in the traffic. Not in London. You just literally drive right to the middle of the road you want to turn right on, block all the other cars
put
until
your middle finger out.
until you then can get across. It's because if you wait,
It's true.
statistics show you can be there for days.
Yeah. You've had
So you just got to drive into the road. Someone beeps the horn. You go, yeah. And then you just have to, like, edge forward.
Yeah.
It's every man for themselves in London.
is true.
And here's the other thing. If you come into London, Northerners, don't speak on the tube.
No.
Don't talk on the tube.
Never.
Because no one does. And if you talk on the tube, people on the tube, the regulars, think you're a nutter.
They malfunction.
Right?
Absolutely right.
So you know when you get a bus and there's a bloke, let's say it's a bloke on there and he's going, rah, 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 and you're like, oh, I'm not sitting anywhere near him because he's a nutter, right? The equivalent of that in London is somebody getting on the tube going, it's a bit busy, isn't it? Everyone would be like that. Someone's talking on the tube. God. No one will look at you, by the way. Someone's talking on the tube. Oh, it's my first time in London. It's good, this, isn't it? Keep your head down. Don't look at them. No, I'm just saying, it's my first... Hello? Hello, anybody? Hello? Just keep your head down. Do not make eye contact with the nutter.
Oh,
I'm just saying it's my first... I just want to make sure I'm on the right tube, guys. Is this the right tube for Tottenham Court Road? Don't look at him. Don't acknowledge.
He's mentioning tube stations. He's a bit weird. It is a funny... Yeah. Something happens, I don't know what it is. You go underground and nobody looks or speaks.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
I told you before, my mate Dean saw a guy in a suit sitting on the tube once, and it's busy, and he's like, sitting there, and he's rocking backwards and forwards like Arthur Fowler. And then eventually he just goes, I'm really sorry. And he just gets up, opens the door at the end of the carriage, and has a wee.
Yeah.
Because he was desperate for a wee.
Yeah.
Guy in a suit, briefcase, opens the door, has a wee off the back of the train, and nobody said a word.
Nobody said
no
a word.
one looked at him.
Yeah.
No, nothing. And then he zipped
Funny,
up and he went, sorry about that. He sat back down and put his head down together with all the other people who had their heads down. And that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say?
Welcome.
What can you say?
To London.
How was it?
That's why I like
better
Dublin
now?
so much, because they just love a chat. Just love a chat. And I know we've said it before, but I mean, certainly my family over in Dublin, they don't waste any opportunity to say something. So even when they're breathing in, they say the word, yeah. Mm-hmm. They'll say yes when they're breathing.
I was thinking about going next week.
Definitely do it.
That's a bit tight. I'm tight for time, though. I'd have
Even
to
at
literally...
night.
Here's the thing. If I wasn't... Well, it's also time. And also, I don't love flying. But the only thing I could do is fly in to Dublin, right? Go for dinner and a few pints with the cuzzies, and then go to bed, and then the next morning go straight back to the airport and come home again.
Do it.
You'd still have a great time.
So I'm essentially flying to another country for a few pints.
Yeah.
Which I like the idea of.
It's only an hour.
I know.
Less than that.
It's less than an hour. It's about a 50-minute flight.
I know.
Get the ferry.
I'm not getting the ferry.
We used to get the ferry for years and years and years. Holyhead to Dunleary. And I was sick on it every single time.
Do they host this morning, don't they?
That's right.
Holyhead and Dunleary.
Hello, Holyhead and Dunleary. I don't know if that's still the route they do, but it was like 4 hours, isn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah, we had to get a cabin because mum gets sick.
Yeah.
So we had to get a cabin.
I'm not surprised.
And then that was the start of it all for me. That was the start of what was my life then for many years afterwards. We said we wanted something to eat when we were coming in, and Mum, because it wouldn't have been Dad, because he'd have had a heart attack, Mum said, you can go and get food upstairs here. Here's like 10 pence. Go and get yourself anything.
Yeah.
Go and get yourself something to eat. And I came back with a cheesecake. The writing was on the wall then, wasn't it?
Of all the food choices.
Of all the things, my brother probably had a croissant, and I had a slice of cheesecake. Oh,
wow!
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise the time there, guys. 6:45, and you're listening to Radio X. That's Radio X. You need to write down the name of the radio station so that if somebody comes along and says, "Hi, I'm doing a radio listening survey. What do you listen to in the morning?" You can write down Radio X, and then a couple of weeks later, the figures come out, and our figures have gone up. So it's really important you write down that the station is Radio X. And it's a bit of a chilly morning out there this morning for just waking up. Want to give yourself a few extra minutes in bed before you head out into the cold. Let's go back in time now with a classic from Chic. We got Razor Light on the show this morning.
Yeah.
Well, Andy Burrows is coming in with Johnny Burrell. They're going to be talking to us. We had a chat with them, I don't know, a couple of months ago, something like that.
Yeah, it was.
And then the idea was they were going to come in and do a couple of songs, so they're going to do a couple of songs. I think there was talk of them doing it on the roof or something like that, you know, some sexy little shot or anything. Now they're going to do it there, just there. Then
I don't play. It's quite chilly outside.
Yeah, it's a bit cold. Asking Johnny Burrell to A, get up early, B, sing live early in the morning, and C, would you like to do it on the roof?
Yeah.
Where it's freezing cold. And we thought, no, let's not put him through that.
Let's not. That would be great, though, wouldn't it?
And then we have some sad news this morning.
Yeah.
You may have heard yesterday. I saw it in the news before I went to bed. Britain's strongest man from back in the day, Jeff Capes, has passed away.
He has.
So sad.
I think he was 75, so which is very young, I think.
Yeah. He was, 75 years old, I think. That was, I got lots of messages yesterday because we mentioned Jeff Capes a lot on the show, and we interviewed him.
We did.
As well. We were lucky enough to interview him.
Yeah, and he was in great shape.
He was.
Yeah.
He was on great form. And I used to live around the corner from him, which I've said before.
Didn't he used to throw you to school?
He used to throw all the children to school. That's how he built up his muscles.
He'd walk down the road, all the kids would be at the front of the house, and he'd just pick them up and chuck them forward, and then they'd all land in a neat pile at school.
He used to drive an open-top Jeep.
Did he?
Even in the middle of winter. Because he was Jeff Capes.
Because he was that hard.
And he is one of the country's most celebrated budgie fanciers, I think is the expression. So he keeps budgies, or
Wasn't he the president of the...
I think so, yeah.
Budgerigar Society?
Which is, a small little fragile thing. And then you've got, the former world's strongest man.
God bless him.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad we were lucky enough to speak to him, weren't we?
Is it a bad thing to say?
Yes.
I haven't said it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't said it yet.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Is it a bad thing to say that after hearing the news, my first thought was, Jeff Capes.
Yeah.
And then, he's only 75.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's no age, is it? I'm glad I'm not his friend.
Why?
Can you imagine if you went to the funeral and they went, would you guys mind carrying the coffin?
Yeah.
Like that. Carrying the coffin?
Yeah.
Are you what?
Well, he was just a big, strong man, wasn't he?
Let's have a look at the coffin. Jeepers! How many's in there? It's just Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, how many people have you asked to carry the coffin? 49. Right. Can I have a look at who? Well, Auntie Margaret. No. What, Auntie Margaret?
Yeah.
You'll break her shoulders.
He was the world's strongest man twice and Britain's finest ever shot putter.
Yeah.
How did you find out you're good at that? Did you do it in school? Shot put?
No!
We did.
Shot put?
We did it for an afternoon in school, and literally you move it like half a metre. And he's doing like 20-odd metres.
What school did you go to where they teach you shot put?
We did Javelin. It's just normal comprehensive.
Javelin?
Javelin, shot put.
Oh, see, I went to school in Leeds. There's no way they're giving us, basically spears.
You did
You
Javelin.
used to throw the car tyre. Do you remember? That was yours, wasn't it? And
it would be taking the tyres off a car.
Yeah.
All right, here's a mini metro. You've got 30 seconds to get in and get it started. Go.
You had javelins at school?
Yeah. Dangerous.
Oh, my God.
Dangerous. Very dangerous.
I wouldn't trust anyone at
Javelin,
school.
discus we had. That's weird.
Discus as well?
Yeah.
Not frisbee, discus.
No, discus, when you swizzle around and stuff. Shot put.
For how long?
We did it like for a term. You do a different thing every term.
Oh, because you only need like one term to be
Exactly.
absolutely spot on at javelin.
But you got, 11-year-old skinny kids. You can't move it at all. Everyone just goes, ugh. But yeah, he was incredible at it, wasn't he?
And what weight was the
Really?
shot put?
Officially really heavy, I think that's what it was called. You could hardly lift it, let alone throw it.
What a funny thing to do.
How do you find out you're good at it? He was brilliant at it.
The men's shot weight is 16 pounds.
16 pounds.
That's a lot.
So that's like
That's a
like
massive
half
baby.
of James.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
7.2 kilograms. That's a lot.
It is to throw something, isn't it? Yeah.
It's weird that it is. Is that a sport? I know it's a skill, but is it a sport? You're chucking a big rock as far as you can. No offence, but isn't that just one step up from seeing how high and far you can pee? Well, and I'm talking to the men mainly there.
That's not in the Olympics, though.
No, but why not?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm picking up a big rock and I'm going to chuck it, right, with one hand as far as I can. Right? Move over to the right and there's blokes there that've had 6 pints.
Yeah.
And they're like that. Whee! Having a wee. And they're like that. That's a big one, 2.2 metres high.
It's only maritime. I think that'll happen.
Because that's a skill.
Yeah.
I love doing big wees.
Do you?
Yeah.
As in long wheeze or long range?
It's always the ones where, I'm just going to say, because I know I'm not on my own. You're in a car, you're travelling.
Yeah.
And you've had a few jars, so you're not driving. And you've had a lot of liquid. And then you need to pull over. You need to pull over. So you pull over to lay-by or something. You kind of rummage through the undergrowth.
There's a ditch usually, isn't there?
Find yourself a tree or whatever. And then you're like, wait, and you're like, whoa. And you've been holding it in for a long time. So there's no one looking.
Right.
Don't tell me you've never done this.
Yeah.
There's no one looking, so you move it slightly left of the tree, past the tree, you give it a little lift. Way! It's like the Arc de Triomphe.
I have done that.
Thank James.
Usually roadside.
You've done it.
Usually roadside.
Roadside. It's always roadside. You never, because you can't do it at home.
Yeah.
Because we all over the porcelain.
Unless you've got a massive bathroom, you can't really do it at home, can you?
Way! And you're like that. Whoa, look at it. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the fountains at the Bellagio in Vegas.
Very similar.
But
just on the lay-by the A1.
Coloured. This is a bloody great show, isn't it? Isn't this great? All the other shows are just playing songs telling you what the temperature is. We're talking about blokes. Text in now, fellas, if you've done that. You've done a really high wee. It's high and far. 83936 is the number. And just right, I have, and put your name in there.
That's it.
Watch the text go ballistic.
Now, I haven't found any results of a competition, but there is a Wikipedia entry
for
high wees, high and long wees.
The highest one.
Weeing contest, but another word.
Oh, okay.
Peeing.
Yes,
That's
closer.
It. Yeah.
Right.
A game in which participants compete to see who can urinate the highest.
So you see?
Gosh.
This is the 1940s.
And you know what? I bet Jeff Capes would have been brilliant at that as well.
Yeah.
He'd have won it.
His shot put's amazing, Jeff. You should see how far I can pee.
He won 2 Commonwealth titles for shot putting.
And then what he has is he has that little tray of flour.
Yeah.
Puts his hands in.
That's it.
Like that.
That's what they do with that.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Way! Like that. People are running underneath it.
That's right.
Like the kids, like at the local fete, he'd just drink like 15 pints of water and he'd just stand there for 20 minutes. The kids are running underneath it, high-fiving each other.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
So many people have texted in, I've done it. I've done it. Yes, I've been doing it for years.
See?
Loads of texts coming in.
Told you.
Oh
this show is it's entertaining and look at this. Look at the people joining in.
It's factual and entertaining.
Craig, don't tell me you've never tried to write your name.
Now, see, it's easier for Dom than it is for me and James.
Because I've got a what?
Because you're DOM.
Oh,
so if you were writing your name in the snow, it's DOM.
True, that is true.
What do you think I meant?
Well, because
No.
I've got a bigger no. Didn't mean that. DOM, yeah, that's true. Well, Chris is only 2 extra letters, isn't it?
Is that why you like jam? Because you were writing your name in the snow with your own P?
No,
and you got to the M and thought, oh, I've run out.
No, that's
and I was like that, oh, you called jam? Because you'd be doing it in front of people. In this scenario.
No, that's not it, no.
Oh, Spencer texting going, wow, how the show is different while Pippa is away.
Hey, this is Pippa. Pippa wrote this.
I was going to say, Pippa usually brings stuff like this up anyway.
Actually, it's a year ago today that I spoke about my stool nample, and she said walnut. That's a year ago today.
Stop it.
Yes.
How do you know that's a year ago today?
I got a reminder on my phone.
This
A walnut?
is a year old.
Yes.
Wow.
A walnut?
Blimey, Jeff.
This show is brilliant. I don't care what they say, Dom.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care what this. I would listen to this. It's a year since.
I would.
Walnut?
Love it.
It's true. Well, there's something for everyone. That's why I like.
There is no other radio show in Britain where they have a clip of a woman shouting a walnut.
Walnut?
No, there's not.
No, that doesn't exist.
But there is right here.
Yeah.
You know, there is no other radio show in the world where the newsreader says,
I'm Dominic Boobs.
I'm Dominic Boobs.
No. And you can argue
Hello,
this.
Daddy.
This one Mummy. shouldn't either.
Hello, Daddy.
Mummy.
There you are.
No.
Boobs.
And, of course, no other show where the exec producer says,
I love dog poo.
So there you are.
I mean, you wouldn't get that on the Today programme.
Not at all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Dominic has the news next. All right?
The Chris Moyles Show.
With Skoda.